We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated. There are grounds for removal. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco is strictly prohibited. Please stay away from the playing area and team bench areas. And go Knights! In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we'll begin with a word of prayer, which will be offered by Logan Baker.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day. We're thankful for the opportunity that we have to play the sport. Father, please bless the players that they may be able to play it to the best of their abilities and that no injury may come upon them. Father, please bless the coaches that they may also be able to coach to the best of their ability. We're thankful for all the many blessings you give us, and we say these things in Jesus Christ. Amen.
And now for the starting lineups. Starting for the Vixens. Leading off and playing center field, number 6, Jordan Martin. Batting second and playing right field, number 3, Kaylee Hudson. Batting third in the designated player, number 5, Sophia Peterson. Batting fourth and pitching, number 28, Amber Taylor. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 21, Abby Sawyers. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 17, Annie Purvis. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 9, Ilika Marie Kaliba. Batting eighth and catching, number 94, Syria Naffel. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 18, Madeline Schmidt. And at the flex, playing second base, number 33, Emma Staten. The Vixens are led by head coach Brian Hensley and assisted by Serenity Bishop and Aaron Coffer. And now the starting lineups for the Knights at Southern Virginia University. Leading off and playing center field, number 22, Eliza Patterson. Batting second and playing right field, number 10, Mackenzie Gross. Batting third in the designated player, number 15, Sophia Badell. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 8, Kylie Staten. Batting fifth and pitching in the circle, number 6, Malia Stoffer. Batting sixth and catching behind the plate, number 21, Morgan Rich. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 24, Taylor Ware. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 19, Maddie Christensen. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Abby Southern. And as the flex playing left field, number 4, Kayla Littleford. The Knights are coached by head coach Tiffany Pendleton, assisted by DeKayla Jones, Colby Kemp, and Crystal Rabb.
Quite so.
Now, if you all please rise, face the flag, and playing of our nation's national anthem.
better without having to look through the fence too. Can I tilt this way?
Thank you. Good luck to both teams. Let's play ball.
Are we live? Okay, welcome to Harvey Dryden Field. I'm Rob Dahl, your play-by-play voice for today for the softball game for the Southern Virginia University Knights hosting the Vixens of Sweet Briar. Sweet Briar's made the short drive down from Lynchburg to Buena Vista today. It's a beautiful day, a little bit cool, but it's sunny. And I got a slight breeze that's looks like it's blowing across the infield from right field to left field. And we got two teams with similar records, similar results. I believe the Vixens are up around 500 at 10 and 10. The Knights are at 5 and 11. So we should have a nice even match. They've played a lot of similar opponents, and I know right now Coach Pendleton, Coach Kemp really got a lot of confidence out of playing at Virginia Wesleyan, playing against Virginia Wesleyan and Christopher Newport a couple weekends ago. Lost 4 close games, but took a lot of confidence, and then really took it to Wilson College last week, winning by a combined score of 29-8. So on the mound today for the Knights is Malia Stouffer,
Number 6.
and the first batter today for the Vixens is number 6, Jordan Martin, their center fielder from Sweet Briar. Ball's in for a pitch. Malia gets it in on the outside. 0-1 to Jordan Martin. Malia getting ready for the offering. Pitch number 2. Ooh, off speed, a little bit high, evens the count at 1-1. Talking to Coach Kemp, he said Malia's really been throwing well. Has a command over 2 or 3 really good pitches, and is looking forward to seeing how Sweet Briar does. Oof, foul fouled off by Martin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Malia's ahead in the count. Here, the first batter of the game. Morgan Rich behind the plate for the Knights is the catcher. Ooh. Martin fouls another one off, keeps the count at 1-2. Malia trying to get this third strike or get a ground ball to the infield. Get this first batter out of the way. Sounds like battling dugouts between the two teams. Oh, Martin with a base hit up the middle. Just past the outstretched hands of number 8, Kylie Staten, shortstop of the Knights. So Martin gets to first base, and the Vixens get the first batter on first. Batting second here for the Vixens is number 3, Kaylee Hudson. We had Martin from the left side of the plate, Hudson here from the right. Great pitch, just a bit outside from Kylie. Counts 1-0. Hudson squares up to bunt. Ball rolls foul. Oh, had everybody nervous. I know Martin had already rounded second on her way to third when the ball was finally called foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Kaylee Hudson. Malia gets Hudson to pop up, goes back up over the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Malia's ahead in the count. Hoping for a ground ball here, get a double play in the infield. Ball's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Malia getting her signals from the catcher from the dugout. Gets her to pop up. Oh, it's behind the dugout. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson's hit a couple foul. Staying alive in this at bat. Oh, great pitch. So Malia gets the strikeout, 1 down, as Hudson goes down swinging. Up next for the Vixens, number 15, Sophia Peterson. She's the designated player for them, and she'll be batting from the right side of the plate, with Jordan Martin still on first. So Peterson, first pitch, fouls it off, back over the backstop. Malia's back ahead in the count again. 3rd batter in a row. Peterson gets a hold of that one, fouls it off, lines it just over the left field line. Malia's ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Peterson really looking for something she can drive out to left field. Morgan Rich goes down first, trying to get Martin off the bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Malia Stouffer to Sophia Peterson. Malia jams her, sends another one over the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peterson doing her best to stay alive in this at bat. Knights are adjusted over to left field, thinking she's going to be pulling that ball out towards Kayla Littleford or Eliza Patterson. Eliza's the center fielder playing out in left center. Kayla's out pretty close to that left field line. Oh, great. Oh, great grab by the second baseman, Taylor Ware, not able to squeeze the glove around that force out is Abby Southern. So Peterson gets on base, and Jordan Martin advances to second.
Now batting number 28.
Double play still in play for the Knights. Up next for the Vixens, number 28, their pitcher today, Amber Taylor. She got 1 down, 2 runners on. Runners at first and second. Malia's throwing some good stuff today. Again, another foul tip. Malia's ahead again, 4 batters in a row. Knights hoping for a ground ball for a double play here. Let the infielders take care of this. We're just about out of that inning of that last batter. And Abby Southern just wasn't able to squeeze that ball there at the force at second base. Taylor down, no balls, 1 strike. Taylor flies out to the shortstop. That's Kylie Staten. 2 down for the Knights. 2 down, 2 on. Up next for the Vixens, their third baseman, Abby Sawyers. Again, batting from that right side of the plate. See if Malia can get ahead in the count early again. They get 5 batters in a row here for the Knights getting ahead in the count. Ah, great. First pitch swing, lined out to the third baseman. Taylor Ware catches the line drive. The Knights get out of it. In between the top and the bottom of the first inning, 0-0. Knights getting ready to come up to bat. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning.
Starting up for the Knights.
Up first for the Knights, number 22, Eliza Patterson. Eliza's been carrying a hot bat lately. See if she can keep it going here. Pitch in from Taylor for a strike. Eliza's behind the count. 0-1. A little bit low. Evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Eliza looking to get on base here. Get a base runner for the Knights. See if she can start a rally here early in the game. Ball's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. I like Taylor's works quickly in that circle. Doesn't take a lot of time to figure out what she's going to throw. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eliza gets a foul tip. Sends it back into the backstop. Two balls, 2 strikes. Amber Taylor in the circle. Eliza Patterson up to bat. Eliza makes contact, sends it up the first baseline. First baseman gobbles up the ground ball, tags the base for first out. Up next for the Knights, number 10, Mackenzie Gross. Mackenzie from...
Now that for the Knights, number 10, Mackenzie Gross.
From Lehigh, Utah. That's right. Taylor with the first offering. It's outside corner low for a strike. Gross down 0-1. That one's a little bit low. Taylor trying to go back to the well one more time. That looked awfully close, just like the first one she threw in there. Good eye by Gross. Stay off that. Oh, big swing. 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor ahead in the count with Mackenzie Gross. Mackenzie took a big swing at that one. Wasn't quite able to connect. Oh, Mackenzie gets a hold of one, just sends it up that first baseline foul. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Amber Taylor in the circle, getting ready for this pitch. Great hit. Mackenzie Gross makes contact. Ground ball between short and third. Knights get their first base runner in this game. 1 down.
Now heading for the next number 15.
1 base runner on. Sophia Bedell up to bat. Sophia is a senior from South Jordan, Utah. Played her high school softball at Bingham High, home of the Miners. Sophia swings a big bat. Seen her hit a lot of balls hard here in this stadium. She's got a base runner at first, Mackenzie Gross. 1 ball, no strikes to Sophia Bedell. Ball's high. Mackenzie fakes like she's going to second. Throw her back just to be safe. 2 balls, no strikes to Sophia Bedell. Ooh, Sophia, big rip. No contact. 2 balls, 1 strike. I love how quickly Amber Taylor works in the circle. She's anxious to get going. Another strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sophia with another swing. No contact. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Mackenzie Gross on first base. Sophia makes contact but sends it foul over that first base line. Over the Sweet Briar dugout. Still 2-2. Taylor gets Sophia to swing. Swing and a miss. 2 down. 2 2 down. Knights with the runner on first. Up next for the Knights be number 8, Kylie Staten.
Now ready for the next number 8.
Kylie's been swinging a hot bat as recently as well. Kylie had a home run a couple weeks ago against Randolph College, a conference mate of Sweet Briar. Amber Taylor with a strike, swing and a miss by Staten. 0-1. Ooh, Kylie makes contact, way behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. Mackenzie Gross still on first base. Kylie looking for a ball she can drive here. Just make contact, move Mackenzie over. Oh, sharply hit, but right at the pitcher Taylor. And that'll end the inning at the bottom of the first, at the end of the first. It's Vixen 0, Knights 0. We'll see it for the top of the second. Up next in the batting order for the Vixens, number 17, Annie Purvis, their first baseman. Malia gets her to swing at the first pitch, sends it foul over the backstop. 0-1. Malia pitching to Purvis. Again, Knight shifted over to left field. Gets her to swing again. Malia way ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Purvis just trying to get something on the ball to get it in play. Ooh. Ball in there low, ball 1. 1-2. See if Maria's going to try to get her to chase something out of the strike zone or blow something past her in the strike zone. She gets her instructions from the dugout. Something a little bit outside. Purvis keeps the bat on her shoulder. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. From being ahead, no balls, 2 strikes to now count as full for Purvis. So here comes the money pitch from Malia Stouffer. Gets her to swing, she pops it up foul behind the dugout. Still 3-2. Oh, great pitch. Purvis waited on it. Drove it down that third base line. Knight's not able to squeeze the ball. Taylor Ware just wasn't, ball came at her hot, wasn't able just to squeeze it for the out. So Purvis makes her way to first base. Up to bat now, the left fielder for the Vixens, Ilka Marie Kuliba. Knights have her played to left field. Oh, ball stage. Just a bloop single over Taylor Ware's head. Bounces right there at the edge of where the infield meets the outfield and advances the runner. Vixens, no outs with 2 runners on here at the top of the second inning. Next up to bat, their catcher, number 94, Sierra Naufel. Oof. Ball gets away from Rich there behind the plate. Both runners advanced. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runners at second and third for the Vixens. Malia's got some work to do to get out of this jam. Got to get balls to stay in the infield and make plays. There we go, strike. It's one way to get out of the jam. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now full bunts. Malia's able to get in, throw the ball to Morgan Rich, and Morgan tags the base runner out. So now it's runners on first and third, 1 down. So the Knights get the lead runner. Now just trying to get out of the inning. Up to bat next is number 18, Madeline Schmidt, their shortstop. She's a left-hander. Knights are playing her straight up. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 as Madeline Schmidt. Good eye on that one. Malia winds up. Oh, good pitch. Looks like it was just a little inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, another one that the umpire deems outside. 3 balls, no strikes. There, Malia gets one on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Awfully close to where the last one was, but this time just nicked the outside corner. See if we can throw more like that. So Schmidt has to get the bat off her shoulder, but she watches that for ball 4. Bases loaded now, 1 down. Up for the Vixens, number 33, their second baseman, Emma Staten.
Now batting number 6, Jordan Martin.
Malia outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded, 1 down. Knights hopeful to get a ground ball at turn 2 here and get out of this inning. No runs crossing the plate. They've already cut down the lead runner in this inning to get the only out of the inning. Oh. Staten sends it up the middle for a base hit. Eliza's able to get there quickly and keep the damage just to 1 run. So, first runs across the plate for the Vixens. Now we're back to the top of the order. Here's Jordan Martin, their center fielder, back up to bat. So, 1 down, bases loaded still for the Knights. Malia Stouffer in the circle. Ball's a little high. 1-0. Malia hoping to get some help here from her infield, knock a ball down. Two and 0. Malia trying to limit the damage here in the top of the second inning. Vixens hoping to blow it open here. Bases loaded and 1 out. Oh, they get the ground ball, but not able to squeeze it. Another run crosses the plate. Nobody else advances though. They keep the bases loaded, so it's 1 down with Kaylee Hudson. Oh, my bad. I guess this is Sophia Peterson. I was 1 batter behind. So Sophia Peterson up to bat for the Vixens. Ball's low. 1 ball, no strikes. Sophia Peterson, the designated player, up to bat. Another pitch low. 2 balls, no strikes. Vixens up 2-0 here. 1 down, bases loaded, top of the second inning. Three balls. That one's a little high. 2 low and 1 high. Malia trying to find that strike zone here. Knights have been able to get 2 ground balls, but haven't been able to squeeze and get any outs so far with these runners in scoring position. There's a swing and a miss. 3-1. Taylor Ware squeezes the ball. That's out number 2. So Sophia Peterson flies out to the third baseman. Up next is the pitcher, Amber Taylor. Bases loaded, 2 down. Knights trying to get out of this inning with only 2 runs scored against them. With Taylor up to bat. Malia pitching. Gets her to ground out to second. Get the force at first. So with bases loaded, the Knights down now 2 runs to 0 as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Okay, here we are, bottom of the second inning here at Harvey Dryden Field in Buena Vista, Virginia. Sweet Briar Vixens up 2-0, bottom of the second inning. Up for the Knights is their pitcher, Malia Stouffer. First ball from Taylor's in for a strike, so it's 0-1, bottom of the second inning. Malia gets a piece of that one. Oof. First baseman Annie Purvis is not quite able to get to that one and squeeze the ball. No balls, 2 strikes to Malia Stouffer here in the bottom of the second inning. Amber Taylor still in the circle for the Vixens. Another ball. Another foul tip from Stouffer, just not quite able to get around on it. These last 2 pitches she sent just down the first base line. I'm sure she's looking for something she can get a hold of. Big hole out here in right center field. Ooh, Taylor bounces that one up. Looks like it got away from her a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 0-2. Malia Stouffer still at the plate for the Knights. Oh, gets one she can drive. Hits it right up center field. Malia Stouffer on base. Lead batters on base for the Knights. Up next, catcher Morgan Rich, batting from the left side of the plate with a base runner in Malia Stouffer over at first. Very patient hitting there by Malia Stouffer. Great job. Got behind an account, saw a couple balls, and then drove one right up the middle. Strike one to Morgan Rich. No balls, one strike. Morgan can't quite get around on that one. No balls, two strikes. Fouls it up into the backstop. Morgan Taylor, two batters in a row, way ahead in the count. Malia Stouffer did a great job staying alive in the at bat. Finally getting one she could drive. Morgan Rich here, down 0-2. Ball's outside, 1-2. Taylor again, anxious to get to work here in that circle. Oh, gets Rich swinging. One down. Next up for the Knights will be the third baseman, Taylor Ware, number 24. Taylor's batting from the right side of the plate. Again, has Malia Stouffer over there at first base as a base runner. Taylor right down the middle. Strike one. So we got Amber Taylor pitching to Taylor Ware. Ball's low, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Amber Taylor gets Taylor Ware to swing. One ball, two strikes. Two down. Runner on first for Taylor Ware. She's down 0-2. Oh, Taylor gets a piece of that one. Sends it foul just over the visiting team dugout down the first base line. Taylor staying alive in the at-bat. Ooh, just a little bit high. What a great pitch by Amber Taylor. That had to be tempting to get that bat off her shoulder and swing at that one. Great eye. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amber Taylor pitching to Taylor Ware. Taylor low, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a money pitch coming up right now from Amber Taylor to Taylor Ware. Again, there's 2 down, bottom of the second. Oh, my bad, there's only 1 down. Now it's 2 down. 2 down, up next for the Knights, number 19, Maddie Christensen. A couple weeks ago, Maddie hit a first pitch grand slam against Randolph. Back up at bat here, first baseman for the Knights from Hermiston, Oregon. Gets Maddie to swing at that. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Malia Stouffer still over there on first base. Gets Maddie to swing again. No balls, 2 strikes. Amber Taylor in the circle, making quick work of the Knights here in the second inning. See if Maddie can get a piece of that. Nope. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Knights go down swinging, bottom of the second. Vixens 2, Knights 0. See you back here for the top of the third. Okay, we're back to the top of the third inning. At bat for the Vixens, number 21, Abby Sawyers, their third baseman. The umpire would like the music to stop before we start playing, which is probably a good idea. Malia Stouffer in the circle, top of the third. Sawyers just get a piece of that, send it foul. No balls, 1 strike. Abby Sawyers, the third baseman for the Vixens. Oh, waits on a changeup. Nice bit of hitting there. Waits on that pitch and drives it up the left field line for a base hit. Up next for the Vixens is their first baseman, Annie Purvis. Got a base runner, Abby Sawyers, on first. No outs. Malia Stouffer in the circle. Knights hopefully get a ground ball. Turn a double play here. Ball's just a little bit low for Malia for the first ball. 1-0 to Annie Purvis. Malia low again. 2 balls, no strikes. Purvis hasn't been given much to swing at here in this at bat. Malia sends it a little bit higher. Morgan's not able to squeeze the ball. And Abby Sawyers takes second. So no outs. Runner on second. 3 balls, no strikes to Annie Purvis. Now you're thinking you might be best just to walk her and keep the force out at second and third on the next batter. But we'll see what Malia does here. Ooh. Purvis slices that off foul up the first base line. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to Annie Purvis. Great pitch by Malia. Gets her to pop it up over the backstop. 3-2, full count. Full count for Malia Stouffer here. Top of the third. No outs, base runner at second. Malia gets here to ground out to her. Force out on Purvis at first. And Abby Sawyers advances to third base. So with 1 down, up to bat next for the Vixens is number 9, Ilka Marie Kuliba. Kuliba, very open stance there on the right-hand side of the plate. Malia sends it in. Great grab there by number 22, center fielder Eliza Patterson. 2 down. Knights trying to get out of this inning with no runs crossing the plate. Great work there by Eliza coming in on that well-hit ball into center field.
Number 94,
Sierra Naufel now, the catcher for the Vixens, up to bat. Malia looks like she's pitching with a little more confidence here as we get into this inning. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Knights would be really grateful to get out of this inning, stranding that runner over at third. And not allowing the Vixens to do any damage with any runs scored. Oh, great pitch. Off speed. 0-2. Malia with a great pitch there. Naufel now down. 0-2. Oh, a little bit high. Malia bringing the heat after that off-speed pitch on the previous strike. Malia just wants to make sure we keep that base runner over there at third. There we go, strike 3. What a great pitch. So the Knights get out of that inning with no runs scored, but the Vixens strand one on third. Still 2-0 as we get ready for the bottom of the third. Okay, welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Up to bat next for the Knights, number 2, Abby Southern, the second baseman.
Now batting number 2, Abby Southern.
The Knights were just be able to get out of a jam there in that last inning. Stranded that base runner at third. Amber Taylor with another strike. To the first batter of the inning. Abby gets a piece of that one, goes off the catcher's mask. No balls, 2 strikes. Abby behind in the count. Amber Taylor getting ready for the third pitch here at the bottom of the third. Abby makes contact, sends it back. Stay alive in the at-bat, 0-2. Amber Taylor, pitcher for Sweet Briar, has been very good in the circle today. Looks like she's anxious to get to the hitters. Abby looking for something she can drive. Ooh, a little high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2, Amber Taylor to Abby Southern. Abby swings and misses. That's out number 1 for the bottom of the third inning. Up next for the Knights, number 4, the left fielder, Kayla Littleford.
22, Eliza Patterson.
Excuse me, it's not Eliza Patterson. It's not Kayla Littleford. It's Eliza Patterson. Ball 1. 1-0 for Eliza Patterson. Center fielder. Ball's high, 1-1. Is that 2-0?
I think it's 1-1.
1-1. Ball's outside. Eliza looking for something she can hit. 1 down. Strike. Here on the inside corner. Eliza Patterson just made that great catch in center field for the second out. Tries to lay down a bunt down the first base line. Taylor gets to it, throws her out at first. 2 down for the Knights.
Now batting number 10, Mackenzie Gross.
Mackenzie Gross. Mackenzie's a freshman from Lehigh, Utah. Got on base last time she was up. Big swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Mackenzie Gross, right side of the plate. Taylor to work. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it into the backstop. 0-2. Taylor working way ahead of the batters again. Taylor with the pitch. Outside. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mackenzie Gross. Amber Taylor with the pitch. Well, McKenzie gets another piece, a little better contact that time, but up into the backstop. Still 1-2. McKenzie last time hit one right up the middle for the Knights' first base runner of the game back in the first inning. Ooh, good contact right to the second baseman. Vixens get out of that inning, so it stays Vixens 2, Knights 0. We'll see you on the other side for the top of the 4th inning. Welcome back, top of the 4th inning. At bat for the Vixens, number 18, Madeline Schmidt. Their shortstop, batting from the left side of the plate.
Now batting number 18, Madeline Schmidt.
Malia Stouffer a little bit high on the first pitch, 1-0. Offering from Stouffer to Schmidt. Ooh, hits the batter. Schmidt takes her base. Hit by pitch. So, go back to the top of the order for the Vixens. Number 6, Jordan Martin, their center fielder. Up to bat with Madeline Schmidt taking first after being hit by a pitch there in her elbow. Schmidt shaking that off, letting her coaches know she's all right. And again, the center fielder, Jordan Martin, up to bat. Leah getting ready to work here in the top of the 4th. Looks like that was called a ball. Morgan Rich sends the ball down to second. Shortstop Kylie Staten corrals it before it runs into the outfield. 1-0. For another ball. And Madeline Schmidt slides in head first. Steals second there. So no outs, runner on second. And 2-0 to Jordan Martin. 2 balls, no strikes. Jordan Martin with Madeline Schmidt on second. Three balls, no strikes to Jordan Martin. Rich's throw goes into left field. Oh, we get an overthrow from the left fielder. And that advances Jordan Martin to second. So the Knights have no outs. Runners on second and third. Martin back to the dugout, give her batting gloves to her coach. So it's Jordan Martin on second, Madeline Schmidt on third, and up next for the Vixens is their right fielder, Kaylee Hudson. Peterson, a right-handed batter there. One ball, no strikes here. Top of the fourth. Sweet Briar has runners at second and third. No outs. Oh, great off-speed pitch by Malia Stouffer there. One ball, one strike. Even the count at 1-1. Next pitch. It's bunted over. They scored the lead runner, so it makes it 3-0. And Jordan Martin advances to third. So the Knights have one out, one run across, and a runner at third.
Now batting number 5,
Sophia Peterson, designated player for the Vixens here. Batting third in the lineup. One out, runner at third. A little bit low for Malia there. One and 0, Sophia Peterson. Off speed, that looked good. He called it a strike. One ball, one strike. Great pitch by Malia. Malia, one ball, one strike to Sophia Peterson. Peterson with a big swing, sends it foul down the left field line. One ball, two strikes. Malia jumps ahead in the count. Jordan Martin still over there at third base. And Sophia Peterson down 1-2. Now it's 2-2. That ball bounces in there. Looks like it got away from Malia just a little bit. (3-0) bottom of the fourth inning. One out. Peterson does a great job. Wait on that pitch. Drives it out between center and left. Kayla Littleford, good throw in. But Peterson runs in with a stand-up double. Another run crosses the plate. 4-0 for Sweet Briar here in the top of the fourth. Up next for the Vixens is number 28, the pitcher, Amber Taylor. So Amber Taylor at bat. Sophia Peterson with a stand-up double there at second. Malia Stouffer in the circle. Great pitch, a little bit low. Nope, it's in there for a strike. Strike one, 0-1. Malia's ahead in the count here. Pitcher against pitcher. 0-2. Malia's ahead. Again, top of the fourth, scores 4-0. Vixens, for the Vixens versus the Knights. You got Malia Stouffer, the pitcher for the Knights, pitching to the pitcher for the Vixens, Amber Taylor. Gets her to ground out to second for the second out. And Peterson advances to third. So, with two down now, Abby Sawyers, the third baseman for the Vixens, up to face Malia Stouffer. Top of the fourth.
Sawyers.
Sawyers with a swing on the first pitch. Fouls it off. It's 0-1. (0-1) to Abby Sawyers. Third baseman for the Vixens, Malia Stouffer with the pitch. Gets her to pop it up behind the third base line, behind the home team dugout. 0-2. So Sawyers behind in the count, 0-2. Top of the fourth, 2 out with the runner at third. Malia tries to get her chase something outside the strike zone. Sawyers doesn't bite. 1 and 2. Malia with the pitch. Sawyers sends it down the left field line. Caught there for the third out by Kayla Littleford. So the Vixens score 2 runs in that inning. Bottom of the fourth, Vixens 4, Knights 0. Up next for the Knights, bottom of the fourth inning, Sophia Bedell. She's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging, first time up. But when she makes contact, that ball flies a long way. Taylor in the circle. First one's inside and low for ball 1. 1-0 to Sophia Bedell. Sophia again from South Jordan, Utah, went to Bingham High School, home of the Miners. Sophia, big swings, fouls it off, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor back in the circle, big hole up the middle between second and short. 2-1. Both balls have not been close, but the strike, Sophia wasn't quite able to catch up to it. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Another big swing from Sophia, 2-2. 2-2, bottom of the fourth. This is the first batter for the Knights here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Amber Taylor with the pitch. Sophia gets a hold of that one, sends it up to left field. And it is caught for the first out of the inning by number 9, Ilka Marie Kuliba. So 1 down
Now batting
for the Knights.
Kylie Staten.
Up next for the Knights, Kylie Staten. After Sophia Bedell made some contact, wasn't able quite to muscle that out over the fence. 1 down, bottom of the fourth inning. Staten up to bat, big swing and a miss. Taylor's ahead in the count, 0-1. For those of you watching at home, I really like how quickly Amber Taylor works in that circle. Ball's just a bit outside, 1-1. Kylie from Waynesboro, Virginia, looking for something she can drive here. Big hit. Ball's hit over past the second baseman's reach to the outfield. And Kylie stays at first. Up next for the Knights, the pitcher, Malia Stouffer. Malia, who battled quite a bit in her first at bat, finally got a ball she could hit and got on base. Hopefully she can start something here for the Knights in the bottom of the fourth. Knights are down 4-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. The Vixens scored 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Take a 4-0 lead. Malia fouls that off. 0-1. Malia Stouffer up to bat. Great hit. Right at the left fielder. Kuliba, 2 down for the Knights. Well hit, but right at the left fielder. Kuliba's made both outs this inning out there in left field. A high pop fly from Sophia Bedell, and then that line drive right there from Malia Stouffer. Up next for the Knights is their catcher, number 21, Morgan Rich. Morgan trying to keep the Knights alive here in the inning. Swing on the first pitch, 0-1. Amber Taylor going to work, second pitch. Morgan's able to get a piece of that, fouls it off, stay alive, but 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Morgan Rich here in the bottom of the 4th. We got Kylie Staten who hit a single up through the midfield, up through the infield. Is the Knights base runner for this inning. Morgan, strike 3. And Amber Taylor's able to get out of the inning. So at the bottom, after 4, it's Vixens 4, Knights 0. Hey, we're back for the top of the 5th inning. Welcome back to Harvey Dryden Field here in Buena Vista, Virginia. Southern Virginia Knights trail 4-0 here in the top of the 5th inning against the Sweet Briar Vixens. Got Malia Stouffer still in the circle. Annie Purvis, the first baseman for the Vixens, is up to bat. Malia's able to get it to pop one up, but it just goes over the backstop. 0-1. Malia ahead in the count here against Annie Purvis. 0-1, again, top of the 5th. Malia back to work. Malia gets her to pop another one up, gets her to foul another one off over the backstop. 0-2. Stouffer way ahead in the count here in the top of the 5th inning. Malia serves it up. Another pop fly, and that one's caught. By Taylor Ware, third baseman, for 1 down. A 3-pitch out. Up next for the Vixens, their left fielder, Ilka Marie Kuliba. Very open stance up there on the right-hand side of the plate. Malia gives her something to hit. She lines it down foul down the left field line. So Malia ahead of 2 batters in a row. Going to work on Kuliba, the left fielder. Had 2 of the 3 outs last inning for the Vixens. Ooh, strike 2. Great off-speed pitch there from Malia. Getting Kuliba to chase something high. Kuliba versus Stouffer. Stouffer pitch, gets her to pop it up. And Taylor Ware with her second out of the inning. It's been 2 3-pitch at-bats for the Vixens this inning. Malia making short work of the Vixens so far here in the top of the 5th. like in for the Vixens, number 2 will be batting for
Now batting number 2.
Sierra Naufel, the catcher. Naufel taken out of the game. At bat now for the Vixens, number 2, Anna Smith from Rocky Mount, Virginia. Ball's a little bit high for 1-0. First batter that's been ahead in the count this inning. Ooh, Smith fouls one off to even the count at 1-1. Go. We'll see if Malia can keep her run alive with 3 pitch outs here in the inning. Nope, inside. 2-1. Two down, top of the 5th inning. 2-1 to Smith. Ooh, ball's outside. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Malia trying to get Anna Smith to chase something out of the strike zone there. Oof, Malia walks her. So the Vixens get their first base runner of the inning on a walk. That's Anna Smith. Up next for the Vixens. Madeline Schmidt, their shortstop. Up next, batting from the left-hand side of the plate, Malia, outside corner, 0-1, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike to Madeline Schmidt, the shortstop for the Vixens. She's got a base runner at first, which is Anna Smith, who just came into the game. Another pitch on the outside corner by Malia. 0-2, way ahead in the inning. Third pitch, a little bit high and outside, 1-2. Good eye by Madeline Schmidt there. Anna Smith on first is a base runner with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Malia gets her to strike out swinging, so that'll do it for the Vixens in the top of the 5th inning with the score, Vixens 4, Knights 0. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Up next for the Knights. Number 24, Taylor Ware, third base for the Knights. Still got Amber Taylor in the circle for the Vixens. Taylor bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes for Taylor Ware. Amber Taylor in the circle, getting ready for pitch number 2. Taylor pops it up to second base. Catch is made there by number 33, Emma State.
Maddie Christensen.
Maddie Christensen up next for the Knights. 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Maddie, big swing, 0-1. Amber Taylor just blows that past her. Okay, Maddie getting ready for pitch number 2, coming from Amber Taylor. Pops up a bunt, and it's caught by the third baseman, Abby Sawyers. Nice first 2 batters out in quick fashion here in the bottom of the 5th. We got Abby Southern up next, second baseman for the Knights.
Now batting number 2, Abby Southern.
Abby, swing and a miss, 0-1. Abby Southern trying to get something started here for the Knights in the bottom of the 5th. Swing, foul tip, back to the backstop, 0-2. Amber Taylor way ahead in the account here, 0-2. Abby Southern trying to stay alive here. Ooh, foul tip. Still 0-2. Looks like it hit the catcher. The umpire's making sure she's okay. Rather than throw the pitch back, she walked it back to the pitcher. She says she's all right. Umpire's going to make sure here before we get started for the rest of the at-bat. 0-2, Abby Southern. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of 5, Knights trail 4-0 here at Harvey Dryden Field. Taylor ready for the pitch. Abby goes down swinging, 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down for the Vixens. That takes us to the top of the 6th with the score. Vixens 4, Knights 0. Okay, welcome back. Top of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 6, Jordan Martin.
Malia Stouffer still in the circle for the Knights, pitching to Jordan Martin, the center fielder for the Vixens. Ball's a little high for 1-0. 1-0 from Stouffer into Martin. Martin's had a good day in the field and at the plate so far. Right. Malia comes in, evens the count at 1-1. George Martin waiting for the pitch from Malia Stouffer. Oh, great dive, great catch. Eliza Patterson, that ball sinking on her, coming into the outfield. She runs forward, makes the catch, gets the first out of the inning. Well done by Eliza Patterson. Up next for the Vixens, their right fielder, Kaylee Hudson. Malia, first pitch, gets her to hit it foul up the left field line. No balls, 1 strike to Hudson. Top of the 6th inning, Vixens lead 4-0 over the Knights. No balls, 1 ball, 1 strike. Evens the count up for Kaylee Hudson. 1 down. Knights just got the first out on a spectacular catch by number 22, Eliza Patterson, here in the top of the 6th. Ball's inside. 2-1. 2-1 now to Kaylee Hudson. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball's hit on the ground. Nice dig. Eliza Patterson. Sorry, that's Kylie Staten with the throw over to Maddie Christensen. Maddie with the nice dig out of the dirt. Get the second out of the inning. Sophia Peterson, the designated player today for the Vixens. Up, 2 down, top of the 6th. And Malia still on the mound. Peterson hits a rocket down the third base line. But Taylor Ware's there to pick it up cleanly and throws across the infield for the 3rd out. So, the middle of 6th, still Vixens 4, Knights 0.
Number 22.
Okay, we're back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Number 22, top of the order, Eliza Patterson. Start off for the Knights here in the bottom of the 6th. Knights trying to get something started here in the bottom of the 6th. Eliza just not able to get around on that one. Fouls it back for strike 1. 0-1 to Eliza Patterson. Eliza made a spectacular grab for the first out there in the top of the 6th. Now trying to get the Knights started here in the bottom of the 6th. Hits the ball up the first base line, which is gobbled up there by Emma Staten, and she makes the throw over to first for the first out. Up next for the Knights, number 10, Mackenzie Gross. Mackenzie's been on base earlier today, trying to get the Knights started again here in the bottom of the 6th. Taylor in the circle. Oh, great grab there. Great grab there by number 33, Emma Staten. Mackenzie Gross swinging on the first pitch, lines it to the second baseman. Knights quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like the Knights are sending up Berkeley Witten up to the plate instead of Sophia Bedell. So Berkeley Witten, number 13, the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Berkeley is in for Sophia Bedell.
Now batting for the Knights, number 13, Berkeley Witten.
Berkeley Witten up for the Knights with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Taylor at work in the circle. First one's in for a strike. Amber Taylor's pitched a very nice game today. Goes to work quickly, gets after the batters, and the Knights have not been able to bring a run across the plate. Second pitch is a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 6th. Amber Taylor with the pitch. Oh, gets Witten to chase one out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Witten trying to keep the bottom of this inning alive. Trying to keep this inning alive for the Knights. Swing and a miss. Amber Taylor strikes her out. So as we get ready for the top of the 7th inning, it's Vixens 4, Knights 0. We'll see you for the last inning of the game here, barring extra innings. Okay, we're back. Bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning here with the Vixens leading 4-0. Briar over the Southern Virginia Knights.
Now batting number 28, Amber Taylor.
The pitcher, Amber Taylor, up there at bat. And Malia sends her the first pitch in for a strike on the outside corner. Malia up 0-1 here to Amber Taylor, the opposing pitcher for Sweetbriar. Malia sends it inside. Taylor turns on it, sends it foul down the left field line. Stouffer's up 0-2 on the opposing pitcher, Taylor. Taylor makes contact, sends it to Abby Southern at second base. Abby gets a quick throw out to first to Maddie Christensen. One down here for the Knights in the top of the 7th inning. Abby Sawyer's the third baseman. Up next for the Vixens. Malia with the first pitch of the at-bat. That ball, Sawyer sends first pitch home run over the left field wall. That'll make 5-0. Sawyer's wasted no time getting around on that. That ball got out of here in a hurry. So it's 5-0. 5-0 for the Vixens here in the bottom of the 7th with one down. Now Malia's just trying to shake that one off. As a pitcher. Up next for the Vixens should be first baseman Annie Purvis. After Sawyer's hit that home run over the left field line.
Now batting at number 11, Jordan Dorier.
Oh. Vixens make a change in their batting order. Number 11, Jordan Dorier from Buckingham, Virginia. Coming in for Purvis. Oh, that ball's rolled up there for a ball. Oh, Leah getting ready for her next offering here to Dorier. Ball's high, another ball. Three balls, no strikes to Jordan Dorier. Malia sends it in, right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Three and one, pitch to Dorier from Stouffer. Dorier hits it down the right field line, foul. Counts full at 3-2. 3-2, Malia Stouffer battling back from being down 3-0. Stouffer. Oh, off-speed pitch gets Dorier to swing. That's two down for the Knights here in the bottom of the 7th, the top of the 7th. So, Stouffer gets Dorier's swing and miss. Up next is Kuliba, the left fielder for the Vixens. Pitch down the middle for strike one, 0-1 to Kuliba. Here in the top of the 7th. Kuliba getting ready for the next pitch from Stouffer. Stouffer hits it down to Kaliba hits it down the left field line for a stand-up double. Ball landed just fair down that left field line, just beyond the reach of Kayla Littleford. So 2 down with Kaliba at second, and up next is Anna Smith, the catcher for the Vixens. Ball sent out to right field for the 3rd out. That's the end of the top half of the 7th inning. The Vixens get one via home run and take the lead 5-0 as the Knights get ready for the bottom of the 7th inning.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. The Knights are trailing 5-0 as they try to get something going here in their last chance to make a comeback. As Kylie Staten takes the box. The Knights' bats have been pretty quiet for most of the game. She takes a hack there. 0-1 turns to 0-2 pretty quick. Kylie Staten now in an 0-2 hole. As that one's going to go wide for a ball. Staten trying to get on base here to cause some sort of positive momentum for this Knights team. She fights that one off. Count still 1-2. The Knights only 3 hits on the day so far, while the Vixens are up to 9. Another foul back, so Staten staying alive, fighting pretty good. The Knights, along with only 3 hits, have 2 errors. The Vixens with none. That's kind of been the story of the game so far. Staten, the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss, so first out recorded here for the Vixens, only 2 away from taking the first game of this doubleheader. Malia Stoffer steps into the box and pops one out on the first pitch to the 3rd baseman for the Vixens. That's number 21, Abby Sawyers. So just like that, 2 are down for the Knights. Down to their last out. It hangs in the balance for Morgan Rich. She's going to swing and foul that first one back. Barely out of play, hits the top of the dugout. Got a lot of Knights action for you today. We have another softball game. We've got some tennis, a couple lacrosse games later, so tune in where you can. As Morgan Rich watches that, so now the count is 1-1. All our athletic streams can be found on YouTube where you're watching this one. Just Go to our Knights athletics page and you'll be able to find the event you're looking for. The 1-1 pitch is going to catch that outside corner. So 1-2 down to the last strike for Morgan Rich and this Knights team. Amber Taylor trying to shut the door for the Vixens. Rich, it's a pop-up to the shortstop. That's going to be a nice grab by number 18, Madeline Schmidt. And just like that, that is going to do it for the Knights in this first game of this doubleheader. Knights only are able to post 3 hits, 2 errors. The Vixens on the other side, 9 hits. They score 5 runs with the big home run in the last inning. We will take a break. We'll end this stream, go look for our other stream for the second game of this doubleheader that will start approximately at 4 o'clock. Please come join us at Harvey Dryden Field as the Knights try to take game 2 of this doubleheader.